Although Edam's authentic, the other harder cheeses may be more reliable 1840 replicas.
This location is perfect!
With provisioning complete, it's time to launch this myth on the high seas.
So we've come to Westar Marine Services Marina, where they're helping us transform this barge into a ship from 1840.
Starting with a genuine replica 19th century sail.
Oyster mainsail!
It's period perfect at a perfect target.
That looks so good!
Awesome!
The question that's worrying us right now the most is inside the cannon is basically an explosion. You light the fuse, that ignites the black powder, that turns into this massive ball of hot expanding gases. Will the cheese break up into a million pieces or even melt as it exits the cannon?
Getting out intact will be a stiff ask for any cheese.
Edam is what they talked about in the myth. That's what we have here. This is smoked Gouda, which is actually more like the aged Edam back in those days.
And if you throw in the Garacha, the cheese voted most likely to be a good cannonball, that's all three pre-tested cheeses ready for loading.
Stop eating the ammunition!
Come on, I'm pregnant.
With their ammo shaved and shaped,
Oh, yeah.
it's launch time.
I christen you the Conquistador.
It's good to me. Put a hole in this sail.
So will cheese cut it as a cannonball, or will the sail just be a splatter with a platter?
I think we're close.
And coming up, can Adam and Jamie finally fire up with a 30-foot fireball? Can 8 ounces of water on a grease fire throw up a 30-foot fireball? The myth says yes. But so far, Adam and Jamie have only managed 20 feet.
No 30 feet. I think we got a little more work to do.
So they've ditched the 8-ounce idea.
Wow!
And are now seeing if any amount of water can launch a super-sized 30-foot fireball. In tooling up for their outdoor testing, Jamie's found the mother of all burners. It's time for the boys to pack up everything and head out to a dusty wasteland. If this isn't the middle of nowhere, you can probably see it from here.
So we've come back to commune with the windmills at Waste Management's Altamont landfill. And while you may see a desolate landscape surrounded by alternative energy, I see a kitchen about to incur its own worst-case scenario.
With the full-scale arsonist's dream kitchen in place,
What could be wrong with my cooking?
they're almost ready to fire up the big one.
Okay, and tip.
That's perfect.
The only thing left to do is to erect a 30-foot yardstick, and they can launch their test.
That looks pretty straight to me.
At last, it's time to see if water plus a grease fire can ever equal a 30-foot high fireball. With the small-scale results in mind, they've got a regular stock pot at a 2-to-1 ratio of ingredients. 2 quarts of oil to 1 quart of water.
There's a pretty stiff wind out here, so I'm reckoning that we're not going to get 30 feet straight up, but we might get 30 feet sideways, and that's what the myth says, 30 feet. It didn't say straight up.
Ah, that's our Jamie. Always one to move the goalposts.
I want a 30-foot fireball. A genuine, bona fide, dyed-in-the-wool, homegrown 30-foot fireball.
This is it, the final countdown for the ultimate disaster test. Will the worst-case scenario for a kitchen fireball meet Adam's high hopes?
Okay, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
That was 30 feet.
That was 30 feet. Nicely done.
It looked good from here with 2 quarts oil and 1 quart water. That's 4 times the original amount they used. Have they finally cracked it?
There it goes.
Yep.
Yeah,
28, 29, 30.
easily 30. That's a lot of fire out of a little pot of oil.
At last, it's mission accomplished. 8 ounces of water can't give you a 30-foot fireball, but a quart sure can.
2 parts oil, 1 part water. We got the fireball we were looking for. I could see it well above the 30-foot marker. It's there.
I will now regard making French fries with the same fear I have for using a table saw. But as far as the 30-foot fireball from 8 ounces of water dumped in oil, It's a no-go. It's busted.
Busted it may be, but Jamie's not done yet. He's had a bizarre idea on how to escalate this kitchen catastrophe to the max.
This is what I came up with. A can of soup stock. What if that was sitting on a shelf above your stove and happened to fall into that pot of burning oil?
When you turn up the heat on a sealed can, the results are dynamite. So it may be just the thing to take this fireball to a whole new level. Because when Jamie's can of liquid falls into 800-degree oil, as sure as shooting, it's going to explode.
Now, we've already seen what happens when you pour water into the oil. Imagine what's going to happen when it enters the oil from pretty much underneath, all in like a tenth of a second. It's going to be spectacular.
And incredibly volatile. Just how they like it.
I think we're close. Okay, we're going to drop it in.
Please take cover.
It's the moment of truth.
It's going to happen quick, I think. Pressure's built. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
That was nice.
The sweet, deep-fried smell of success. Their mini-me depth charge has shot up over 100 feet of fireball, left a beautiful MythBusters trademark, and created the ultimate kitchen nightmare.
Coming up next on MythBusters, get ready for the ultimate food fight.